Here's your daily reminder that the Democrat Party and woke corporations think black people and brown people are too stupid or too helpless to have a photo ID to vote. Hello once again, all my fellow patriots and you filthy leftist stalkers out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Box. You're watching Angela's Soapbox, where I always say what you were thinking. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking or rubbling this video, commenting on this video, and of course, sharing this video, especially with your filthy leftist friends, because they truly hate my guts. And for me, that's a badge of honor. You guys, I had a CO2 laser done last week, okay? It's my second one. I'm getting married in 10 days. Calm down, okay? I want to look fire, all right? And look, I am well aware that what I'm getting ready to say is the height of a first world problem, but a problem it is nonetheless, okay? So I get this CO2 laser and I tell him this next time, like, really just hit it around my mouth, because that's where I'm seeing like the real signs of aging, like the weird little lines and the droopy dog, and like it's driving me crazy. And I'm gonna say this and again, stipulating this is a first world problem. Okay, when you go on TV and you see every little tiny little imperfection in yourself, it makes you a little hypercritical. So I was like, that's the part that I'm just like, get it in there. And so he did. He did what I asked him to do. But then, ladies and gentlemen, so all last week I was just, Fred was like, you look like a baboon. Like, legit, he was like, you look like this baboon right here. And it was pretty wild how pink my face was, and it was gnarly. It's a great treatment if you can afford to have it done. Like, it's like the best sandblasting thing you can do to your skin. Okay, so Saturday night, Sunday morning, Saturday afternoon, I start noticing like popping up all around my face and chin, like a ton of zits. Now, I have these two little spots right here that I call them my goiters. They've been with me since like senior year of high school, and they come out every once in a while to be like, hey, what's up? And they're like super embedded and you can't get any pus out of them. And they're nightmare zits, okay? And they will never leave me, all right? They will be with me until the day I die, I'm convinced of it. So not only did the goiters pop, but like all around my face, it looked like I had like trench mouth. I don't know what trench mouth is exactly, but I think it's really gross. And I share a lot with you guys, but I'm not going to subject you to what my face looks like without makeup right now. This is the first time in over a week I've been able to wear makeup, and right now my chin is just turmoil, okay? And the lines in my mouth are 10 times worse because my skin is so dry because I'm just like zapping it with every bit of medicine I can do. All right, all that is to say is that I don't feel like my typical self, but we will soldier on, ladies and gentlemen. And I wanted to come on and do a quick video about the markets, okay? And an analyst, an expert, if you will, an analyst that I'm going to be marrying in 10 days, he urged me to do this video because he is banging his head against the wall, against these people in the media who are purposefully trying to tank this economy. And let's discuss it, shall we? So media, you get the sea turtle killing straw. Okay, now, granted, I'm not a financial person. Fred has tried to explain to me what he does. I tell him I would cry 24/7 if I had to do what he did. It is beyond my comprehension. But this idea of the reciprocal tariffs does not seem to be that big of a hard thing to understand. And yet, our media is purposefully lying to you, the American people. Now, the reciprocal tariffs are simply this. If X country taxes us 10%, we're going to tax them 10%. A tariff is simply an entrance tax, okay? And every single country on earth has taken advantage of the United States for lo these many years and lo these many decades. And all Trump is trying to do is to basically say, instead of like coming after the American people with the IRS, which he's like slashing 50% of the workforce, here for it, he wants to make something called the External Revenue Service, which is basically going to try and eliminate the income tax. But in order to do that, we've got to have taxes on goods coming into this country, which is what we used to do until the income tax of 1919. Y'all, we didn't used to have an income tax. We used to have tariffs. which is Trump is trying to explain. And so I think the media is just being they're just lying through their teeth saying, oh, tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. No, it's reciprocal tariffs. So if Canada wants to tax our goods coming into their country at 25%, all Trump is saying is, we're going to tax your goods 25% coming in. Why is that such a big deal? Why is that so hard for people to understand? I mean, again, I am very dumb when it comes to stuff like this. And a dummy like me can understand this. So I say shame on the media and shame on the day traders who are just, tanking the market right now and just like having meltdowns every 5 seconds. It's like, calm down, everybody, okay? It's gonna be okay. We've just got to get through this period. And unlike Joe Biden saying, inflation's gonna be transitory, I think if this tariffs thing is not going as planned, I have no doubt that Trump has the ability to pivot and to say, okay, let's figure out another way forward here because we want to make America great again. We want to get rid of the IRS essentially. We want to have I think the best case scenario for all of us would be to forget flat tax, just do a consumption tax. Just do a national sales tax. Make it 20% and call it a day, okay? And that way, whoever wants to buy something, you get taxed on it, but your income won't be taxed. You won't get all that money taken out of your check every week, going to God knows who. And on that note, too, evidently, because the Biden administration had been inflating the market with this paper money, inflated currency, which is what caused the inflation for the last 4 years, and it's now rearing really its ugly head. That is also why the market is freaking out, because Elon Musk and Doge and Trump and everyone is just going in there and slashing all these programs, slashing all this government waste, finding out where all this money has been going. And the market evidently doesn't like that very much, which tells you a lot about how manipulated the markets are, doesn't it? So look, I would say this to people who are losing their ever-loving minds over this market right now. Believe me, over at my house, it is stressful too. And Fred is as smart of person as I've ever met in my entire life, especially when it comes to stuff like this. I would say just chill the F out. Understand that the media is manipulating the situation yet again. It is reciprocal tariffs, meaning they tax us, we tax them. If they want to lower their taxes, we will lower their taxes. Or better yet, companies, why don't you build in America? Because as Trump then says, there's not going to be any tariffs on that. So they're trying to do everything they can to stymie Trump, and I just don't think it's going to stop him. I think that he is being very blunt about there's going to be some short-term pain here, but we've got to get this ship righted. We cannot continue going on the road we were on. We were this far away from being completely insolvent as a country, which of course is what the left want, which was what the Cloward-Piven strategy, the Saul-Alinsky strategy was all along. Completely collapse the system and then build it up in some, communist utopia, which has never worked in the history of the world, but whatever. They're the smartest people to do it. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren's the smartest lady to do that. Anyway, I'm verklempt over this. I wish that the media would stop being such giant a-holes and start telling the truth and realize that when they don't use adjectives in front of the word tariff, which reciprocal is an adjective to the noun of tariff. When they don't use that word, that modifying adjective, that freaks the market out. But they want Trump to fail. They want Trump to fail more than they love America. And that's what we have to grasp. But in the meantime, everybody, just hang on. Don't pull all your money out. Don't freak out. It'll all even out eventually. All right, that's where I'm going to leave this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in the next one. I will be done. Bye.